nutritionist and author of the One Pot Alkaline Diet Cookbook. And today I want to cook a recipe from the cookbook with you. I want to be able to show you how easy not only the alkaline diet, but also a plant-based diet can be, but especially with this book because every recipe uses 10 ingredients or less and can all be made in one pot. So we're gonna make a recipe today. It's the parsnip, carrot, and kale salad with maple mint dressing. Don't let the name scare you off. It's a big name, but it is entirely worth it. It's so delicious. So the easiest way to make a salad one pot is by actually starting with the dressing first. So that's where we're gonna start. I have 1/3 cup here of a good quality extra virgin olive oil. We're gonna stick in there. I'm gonna add in 1 teaspoon of maple syrup. The juice from 1 whole lime. So the easiest way I find, I don't have a juicer because I broke it with my bare hands, so I now use my hands. So as long as you've got clean hands, I just actually put it through my fingers there because that way if there's any seeds, the seeds won't get into my bowl. I'm just gonna put in the whole lime here. Every recipe in this cookbook will take you approximately 10 minutes to make. So that's kind of what I wanna show you today is how easy and quick it is to make these recipes. So don't be scared off. We're also gonna do about 2 tablespoons of minced mint. That's why it got me on that one. So we're just gonna chop this up. Doesn't have to be perfect. Like I've mentioned before in these videos, I'm not really a stickler for having things perfect in the kitchen. I like it to be kind of off the cuff. And so where I know that can be intimidating for many people, I want you to just have fun with this. It's meant to be fun. Cooking, it's an experience. It's fun. Then we're gonna take just a pinch of sea salt. I'm gonna add a little extra in there for extra flavor. And we're gonna mix it up. Now, typically when I'm making a dressing, I would use a whisk to mix it up. But today I'm actually just gonna use my spatula and just give it a quick mix. The reason for that is just less dishes. But at the end of the day, I would typically actually be using a whisk. But sometimes I'm just being lazy, right? So, and that's okay. So I'm gonna just get my cutting board out of the way so I can show you how I now will do the kale. The kale's a fun one. It can be really intimidating, but the great thing about kale is it's a really hearty vegetable. So the longer it marinades in the dressing, the better it gets, which is what makes it fantastic to make ahead for that night or for the week because it'll last a good 5 days sitting in the dressing in your fridge. So that's the beauty of it. So what we're gonna do, I have washed the kale. So I soaked it in a bath for about 20 minutes of water, made sure to kind of move it around and that it was clean, so it's nice and clean. And then I dried it with a towel, so it's all ready for us. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold the stem, and I'm gonna take my fingers and I'm just gonna slide them right down to get the leaves off the stem. So it's a really quick process, which is lovely. Because kale is so hearty though, one thing you do need to do, I'm making this look real easy, aren't I? One thing that you do want to do though is make sure that you massage it into the dressing because that helps to break down the toughness. So one thing that scares people about kale is it's a tough vegetable, but the more you just kind of massage it, the more it softens up and the more palatable it becomes. Now here's another trick that I have with kale, mostly because I'm lazy, but instead of kind of ripping or cutting all the pieces, I just take scissors and I literally just chop it up into little pieces. You know, I love being in the kitchen, but I'm also really busy just like you. And for me, it's all about finding those quick and easy kitchen hacks. And this is one of them for me, is to just be able to chop it up nice and fast. There we go. So that was really easy. And look, we've got, for the most part, great bite-sized pieces. I guess my first one wasn't a good example. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my hands dirty now and I'm actually gonna massage the kale into the dressing. And note, we are still just working in the same pot, okay? So we're not making unnecessary dishes. We're not even using a bowl to make the dressing. I did have my mise en place ready, which is why I had little dishes with my other stuff, but that was just to make it easy for the video. Typically when making these recipes, I'm not that organized. So there we go, I've massaged it in. Usually want to take about a minute to do that. It's all nice and massaged in. And now we're gonna add in the rest of the salad ingredients. I'm just gonna wash my hands. So then the next step is we're gonna take half a parsnip and half a carrot and we're gonna grate them in. You have 2 options for this. Most people don't have a food processor, in which case a hand grater is just fine. If you have a food processor, you want to use your grating blade. I'm just going to take mine out for you. So your grating blade, and it'll grate these up in a pinch, super, super fast. But just for the sake of knowing most people don't have a food processor, I'm just going to use my hand grater here, and I'm going to grate the parsnip and the carrot right into the salad. Okay, now you can see we've got it grated in. It doesn't take that long. It's a pretty fast process. Again, you can make it faster with your food processor. It just needs more dishes. So this is just easy enough to kind of pop in the dishwasher. Then I'm gonna take 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds and pour them on. And then it's just a matter of mixing it up to make a beautiful and super delicious salad. It's somewhat of an obsession in my house. It's so delicious. And it's just so easy to make, as are all of the recipes in this book. But this one is just, I don't know. There's something about it that my family just loves, and it's so good. So there you have it, a delicious salad. 1 pot, guys. I mean, 1 pot, less than 10 minutes, less than 10 ingredients. You can't beat it. So if you haven't checked out the book, make sure you pick it up. You can order it from Amazon and most major retailers.